All right, so not even 24 hours after Kaneki's release, and we already have an insane amount of posts on the forums and on the Reddit calling for this killer to be nerfed. Now, it's obviously past 24 hours for you guys, but this video is pretty late coming from me. But really, this is no surprise. I kind of just wanted to address where I think this killer falls on the tier list, right? Because people are saying he's insane, he's way overtuned, he's unbeatable. Even people like Lilith Omen are saying he's potentially S tier. I can't put him at S tier because he cannot down with his power. If he was able to down with his power, he would be S tier. He would be better than Nurse, which is as crazy as that sounds, but he can't do that, right? So he injures people for free. It's basically impossible not to injure somebody within like 5 seconds of seeing them. You have to make several massive, huge mistakes, or the survivor just has to be in a really, really great spot to avoid it. 99 times out of 10, you're gonna get the injury, right? The problem therein lies is getting the down. He's much like Legion in that way, where once you get the free injury, downing is a whole nother story. So it just depends. This killer is definitely along the lines of a pub stomper. Like, for people who don't know what they're doing against him, they're gonna get absolutely flatlined. Like, he is SSS plus tier in a pub lobby. People just don't know what to do. I really don't understand. They make some of the worst decisions ever. They don't understand that he's just like Legion and you need to stick to the loop. If you're playing against a Legion and you hit him with your Feral Frenzy and then you run all the way out into the open and he's chasing you, he'll just run up next to you, cancel his power, and then down you. The appropriate counter for Legion is you stay at that tile, you start mending. If he cancels, you run the loop like normally. Kaneki's no different. He's no different in any way. If he injures you at the tile, stay at the tile if you haven't used the pallet. Because if you run away and try to maximize your boost from your on-hit speed boost, you run out into the open, he's going to catch up too quick. He's going to catch up too quick. Survivors, for some reason, seem to think anytime they get injured at a loop, they have to move to the next one. You don't have to do that. You really don't have to do that. You can stay at the loop that you're at. And I highly recommend doing that with Kaneki. You stay at that loop, force him to play it like an M1 killer, you drop the pallet, and then you move on. If he vaults the pallet with his power goes on cooldown, takes a long time to get that back. And if he breaks the pallet, he is going to be on your ass again pretty quick. You got to know how to chain tiles together. You got to run in windows of opportunity if you don't know the tile layout and everything like that. But I would not put this killer at S tier. I'll put him at the top of A. Like, he is insanely good. I was very heavily debating S tier, but I've just had too many matches against good survivors who've been able to loop me for too long. Like, and you could say that's a skill issue on my part, but an S tier killer, a skill issue won't matter. Nobody can loop me long as Nurse. Even though I'm terrible with Nurse, nobody's looping me for a good amount of time. With Blight, nobody's looping me for a long time. He gets pallets off the table super quick. You know, he'll force them out of you. I personally run Spirit Fury Enduring because you're going to get stunned a lot as Kaneki, especially if you're using your tentacles to slide through pallets and things like that. You really can't afford to... I feel like Enduring is almost a must run on this killer because you're going to be getting stunned so often just by the nature of your power of like sliding up to survivors. But I think people just are overreacting. I think people just need to let it chill for a minute, like a week, 2 weeks, and see where he lies then. I know people are probably getting tired of facing him, and so they just want him nerfed because he's got like an 80% pick rate, it seems like right now. You see him every single game. In fact, you're seeing him so much that every survivor's just running made for this in every lobby because they know they're going to be put into deep wound constantly. So they're like, might as well get my made for this value since I bought that perk 6 months ago and can't use it anymore. You know what I mean? So actually, it's been like a year since then, but yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. No surprise there, but I just kind of wanted to try and offer some counterplay advice because people are immediately panicking and shitting their pants about how strong he is instead of learning his counterplay. And his counterplay is just like Legion. You stick to the tile. Just stop W King against this killer. It's really not that hard. If you're out in the open, yeah, it's a wrap. There's not much you can do. It's frustrating, and I understand that. But yeah, he does have counterplay. He's not S tier. He's not above S tier, like some people are saying. Lilith Thoman said he might be S tier. I don't know. I don't know. It remains to be seen, but I don't think so. Hey, yeah, that does it for this one. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to that good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one.